Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Park Bowl. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we are ready to bring you the Senior Legion. I was going to say junior, but it's senior. It's the big boys. And it is the championship game featuring the Westby Coon Valley Bandits and the Viroqua 138ers. We will turn the mic over to Carl Zuby, helping me out once again. Thanks, Carl, for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. Haven't been kicked out of here yet.
Not yet.
I'll keep trying.
Well, wait a minute now. I'll tie you down.
Well, the first two pitches to Griffin Olson have been a ball and a strike. It's 1-1. This is game 3 for Westby and Viroqua. First game ended in a 12-inning 2-1 score with Viroqua pulling ahead. And if you had joined us earlier, that's a fair ball right over the third base. Sutton overthrew it. He beat him to the bag anyway.
Good
that'll
infield.
Go down as a single.
Yep, good infield hit there. But what a play by Sutton on that dive just to get to it. That had double wrote all over it, Carl.
Yeah, it did. And with Griffin's speed, he could have made it.
Yes.
Well, the game just before this, Westby took it to give each team a loss, so forced to game 3. A little throwback to first in time, but that score was 9-1. So it's anybody's guess what's going to happen with these two teams.
That ball gets away.
Yep, and it goes out, so he gets to meander on down to second. Holy shnikes!
Wow. Beckett Brigham doing the pitching. His battery mate is Ben Ratho here for the Bandits. And who will be the starting pitcher here for?
They're going to pitch Kevin Landowski, and this is going to be fouled back behind us.
And I would imagine his battery mate should be Clayton Weston once again.
Yep.
Not going to change up a good thing on the catcher's side for either team.
Oh, and Ben has really developed into quite a good, and that's a gapper right between third and short. That'll move Olson down to third and give Miles Fry a single. So with runners on the corners, no outs, Casey Kwalczyk's got a little room to work.
It's Gavin Larson in left field here, for the Bandits. Bodie Dempsey will be the DH for Beckett Brigham, who's pitching.
Going to be just a little low. Ben able to keep the ball out in front of him, keep the runners at bay. 1-0 the count. And a shot to center field, but it's going to be a little short. Nedlund catching it just a few feet away from the fence on the warning track. Griffin Olson will tag up and put the first run across the board for the 138ers.
Unlike the Bandits in this previous game, scoring first as the away team, the 138ers do it here.
So this is Tyler Quackenbush. He's followed in the order by Jackson Hoyam. Quackenbush in right field. The throw down to second. It's going to get by Bo Milutinovic on the throw. So Miles Fry sitting in scoring position.
We're going to start from the alphabetic order in the front today and just talk about our quick mentions of our sponsors, one of those being the Bank of Cash and Scott Wall and his great crew. And Bethel Home and Services, we appreciate their support. Courtney Mosier helping me out on that one. Appreciate that help there from Courtney and the crew.
Little chopper right into the Westby dugout for strike 2. You know, in that last game, Ken, Viroqua was riddled with errors. I think they had 6 on the board.
Very uncharacteristic of that bunch.
And left quite a few on. And like you said, that's not characteristic of these guys at all.
Right.
Grounder to the second baseman, Connor Butzler, for the 4-3 put out and out number 2. And that'll bring up Jackson Hoyam. That did, however, advance Miles Fry to third base. So now another run just sitting 90 feet away, but there's 2 outs. Jackson followed in the order by Cooper Gelhaus. Brigham gets the sign, checks the runner at third. The offering is called strike 1.
We get the view here where we can watch the runner fry as well as the pitch.
That's going to miss outside, 1-1.
Also, CNC Landscaping down there in the south side of Viroqua, bringing us today's ball game.
That's going to miss outside. And Fry's going to come in standing up.
Well, tell you what, he is as quick as a cat.
And he had a good jump on the ball, and Ben really, I mean, that ball, he kept it in front of him, but just with the position of him coming out in front of home plate.
Yep.
And that's the way Brigham was coming also. It was kind of a lose-lose for Westby.
Yeah, it was a tough spot.
And now a shot right up the middle for a base hit for Jackson Hoyam. He'll round and look. Cut off man. Well, that'll bring up the left fielder, Cooper Gelhaus. He's followed by the pitcher, Kevin Landowski. Brigham will check the runner at first. And the offering catches the outside corner for strike 1. That's going to stay upstairs for ball 1. Even the count up at 1 apiece. They'll foul that back, 1-2. There's a foul straight down and back for strike 2.5. 1-2. Line up in the pitch from Brigham. Foul that back to stay alive. One and 2 count. Time called by Gelhaus. The guys over here to our left are talking about the gap in right field.
There is one.
He probably sees it. That's going to be outside, 2-2.
Anyone who surveys the field is going to go, holy cow.
Yep. And even center field is to the left slightly. You know, with a right-handed batter like that. Milutinovic coming over to second and going to make the grab for out number 3.
Tell you what, good talk right there between Butzler and Milutinovic. Otherwise, that could have had ugly wrote over it too.
Yeah, we had 2 runs come across the board on 3 hits, 1 left on base. So after a half an inning, they've already doubled their score by 200%, 2-0. And the top of the order in Devin Edlund from the Bandits when we return.
Welcome back to the Park Bowl for the Westby Coon Valley Bandits as they step in with Devin Nedlin, followed by Connor Butzler and Bo Milutinovic, your first three hitters. Two lefties and a righty, followed by another lefty. Here is a ground ball, the scoop, the little toss, and they beat him to the bag. That is a 3-1 put out with Casey Kwalchek doing a nice job of leading Kevin Lendowski to the bag here for out number one. Nedlin with good speed. And here's someone even a little faster in Connor Butzler. We saw him with an inside the park home run on day one. Hit a shot to right field that took a bounce over a diving right fielder. And when everything was said and done, he crossed home plate.
Yeah, that takes a little bit more speed than what I got.
I don't think we could even double up both of ours. And here's a poke out towards left field. And I believe that's Gelhaus out there.
Yep.
Who comes up with a nice grab.
Shortstop, Bo Milutinovic.
That will bring up Bo Milutinovic with two down. And he's going to hit a pop-up. And coming up in center field is that Fry out there?
It's Connor Matheson.
Oh, Connor's out there. He was in right before, so nice job there by Connor. He got a great jump to take care of the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll come back with more here as we say thanks to Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson and his family out there on Highway 27 near Cashton.
Well, welcome back. We are in the top of the second inning. Score is 2-0 Viroqua. The pitcher, Kevin Landowski, in the batter's box. Going to watch a called strike one. It's 1-1 to Landowski. He's followed in the order by Connor Matheson and Clayton Weston. 7, 8, 9 part of the order. That's going to be just a bit inside. 2-1. Offering's going to miss outside. 3-1. Pitch from Ringen fouled back. Brings the count to full. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swung on and hit high down the third baseline. And that's going to be caught and almost dropped by Gavin Larson there in left field. But he will make the grab in fair territory for out number one. This is going to bring up the center fielder, Connor Matheson. Reagan gets the sign from Rathel, the pitch, and fired just over the glove of the first baseman, Cale Griffin, for a single. And put a runner on the bases for Clayton Weston. Followed Clayton Weston in the order is Griffin Olsen at the top.
I apologize missing that one. Something happened with the with my other camera, and I actually wound up resetting everything. I'm like,
That's
well,
all right.
this
I'm used to talking to myself anyway. And he hit down foul, so that'll be foul ball, strike one.
Well, that was another one of those little quirks with technology, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Well, if you missed what happened, Landowski popped up to left field. Connor Matheson hit a shot right over the glove of Cale Griffin at first. And this bunt is going to be way foul. That cleared the net and got back into the batting cages. 0-2 the count to Weston. So there is one out and a runner on first.
Thanks to Central Express in Cashton and Pasture Pride just outside of Cashton on Highway 27, bringing you the action tonight.
Well, that's going to stay up for ball one. Weston behind in the count, 1-2. And he's going to swing on that high fast one for strike three.
Shortstop, Griffin.
Also, thanks going out to Chaseburg American Legion and Coon Valley American Legion as they combine to bring you the action tonight. Post 202 and post 116.
So leadoff batter Griffin Olsen singled in the first and was the first to come across the board. First pitch was a strike, 0-1 the count. 2 outs, runner on first, and this is going to be a shot to center field. Didn't get a lot of height, but Devin Nedlund able to make the grab for out number 3. So no runs come across the board on one hit, no errors, one left on base. We'll come back with the DH, Bodie Dempsey, after a word from these sponsors.
Welcome back as we get ourselves set up here for the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the DH, as Carl mentioned, Bodie Dempsey to start things off here. Bottom half of inning number 2, it's the 138ers jumping out in front 2-0 over the Westby Coon Valley Bandits, who are the home team in this championship game. Fouling that one back, Kevin Lewandowski on the mound with Clayton Weston, his support unit again, as he has been all year long, doing the catching. 2-1 the count. That one, boy, that was off.
Off the handle, it sounded like.
Something, yeah. That might have been even off the helmet. Ricocheted back off. That was weird.
It sounded goofy.
I'm going to have to go back in and go extra slow-mo on that one just to see what happened.
Well, that's going to leave a mark.
Probably. Missed just outside. Thanks to Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op, John Maslevicek helping us out. That's in Upper Chaseburg. Well, Dempsey is going to pick up a walk after all that. And it brings up the first baseman here, and Cale Griffin. Griffin had a very busy day in game 1 here.
Yes, he had a lot of action at first base.
He really did.
And he's had a lot of action so far today.
They got to be ready. 1-0 the count. I don't know how all the folks feel, but you know, I really do enjoy the fact that they're playing this championship game. Both teams really giving it their all. There's a quick toss over, and now it's going to go up the line. Dempsey is heading for second. The slide. Oh, they got him.
Wow. That was amazing.
Kowalczyk hustling, and Griffin Olsen covering the bag, and it was a shot right at the bag. If it would have been up higher, Carl, he'd have been safe. But he put a dime on the bag. Plain and simple. Two and one the count as that drops in for a strike. And now it's 2-2. A full count now to the first baseman for the Bandits. And this is popped to the left side, and it's going to be up in the stands. I heard it bounce. I hope somebody was trying to protect others.
Somebody might have spilled a beer.
They were just getting out of the way. 3-2 again. Here we go. Another foul ball. Griffin Olsen hanging tough. Well, we hope all of you are enjoying today's broadcast. And again, understand that this will be next week. Here's a ground ball. Fry, he'll scoop and fire for out number 2. But again, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast as Channel 14 will be going off the air here before on July 31st. But until then, we're going to get as many games in as possible. And, of course, we'll be at that state tournament, Chuck Rasmussen and myself, following the winner of this team, Prairie du Chien and Fenimore, kind of in our local area. By the way, Arcadia qualified. Talk about the conference a little bit. There's a ground ball. Fry again. Nice scoop and throw. And there is the inning. No runs No hits.
One hit.
One hit.
Yeah, that was.
Excuse
no,
me.
that was a walk.
That was a walk. Yes, a walk. And nobody left on base. So basically, I guess you can say it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll come back with more. Our thanks to Larry Service and family at Coon Valley Dairy Supply helping us out as a big baseball family and another baseball family, Nan Jean Schultz, Coon Valley Tax Service. We appreciate their terrific support, and Coon Valley Telecommunications. You're watching on Channel 14. Our thanks going out to Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte in Coon Valley. We appreciate Lori, along with Sarah, helping us out. And just outside of Westby on Highway 27, it's Link Buckles, Countertops by Design.
Well, leading things off in the bottom half of the third, or the top half, I should say, of the third inning, it's Miles Fry. So it's a 2-3-4 part of the order. Miles Fry, Casey Kowalczyk, and Tyler Quackenbush.
Well, and it's probably a good thing that with Miles to lead off, he had 2 out of 3 assists on that previous half inning. So, let him have more limelight, right?
Exactly. Swung on that high fastball. 2-1 now the count. Fry 1 for 1 so far in the game with a single in the first inning. Later on being driven in by Jackson Hoyam. And they're going to catch him on the inside corner for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot there by Beckett Brigham.
So Casey Kowalczyk, who popped up to center field in his first at-bat, is going to hit a ground ball to shortstop Milutinovic. And the throw will be in time for the 6-3 putout and out number 2.
Our thanks going out to Effinger's Equipment Sales and Service, located on the north side of Viroqua. Mark and the family appreciate all that they do.
It's Tyler Quackenbush's turn to see if he can get something going on. He grounded out to second base for the 4-3 putout. That's going to be just a touch low for ball 1.
Well, you go back, and Tyler, of course, we mentioned this before, Carl, but, he was the guy in that one ball game against Bangor.
That is a high fly ball.
Yeah.
And was that Milutinovic or was that Butzler?
That was Milutinovic with the grab, yep.
So they go 3 up, 3 down. Score remains 2-0 after 2.5 innings of play. We're going to come back with the right fielder, Lucas Bendel, when we return.
As we return, again, more of our wonderful sponsors. It is Hopkins and Hopkins Law Office. George and Stephanie bringing you the game tonight. And our chiropractor, Dr. Jerry Johnson of the 138ers. Located, of course, on the south side of Viroqua. Opening pitch here is going to be in there for a called strike. He painted that outside part of the black, and a shot right back up the middle. Hit the bag and bounces through for Bendel. Right, Lucas Bendel. It's the 7-8-9 part of the order. That brings up Ben Rathel now with nobody out. And let's see if he looks to bunt here and try and move the runner. Fundamentals and averages say that's what they'll do. That's what they showed, and it's going to be a pretty good bunt. They'll go to first, and they just did get him. Wow. Tell you what, you got to give Rathel some credit there. He was moving.
Good throw from Clayton at home. That was right on the money.
It was, too. It had to be. Lendowski with one down comes in with a fastball up on the letters, and it's a swing and a miss. Sutton looking for a hit today. He might have had one in the first game. Swing and a miss there on a ball that just dropped right out from underneath him. He had one hit, okay. Lendowski out in front. That one gets away, and now hustling down to third is Bendel. Well, 90 feet away to try and cut the lead in half. Only one out. Sutton, minimally, would want to try and put the ball to the right side somehow. He does. And that is over the head. Here comes Sutton. He's heading for third. The slide, and he's in there. Wow.
That was a hit.
He stroked that one to right field. And now a run is in, and they trade places. A runner at third. And we're going to get a timeout here as Coach Kelly Olson wants to come out and talk things over. We'll take a break. Well, the discussion over on the mound, and it'll be the top of the order. Stepping in. Take a look at the picture so you can see the triangle of batter, runner. Here's a shot down to first, and they will score the run. Well, he got the job done hitting to the right side, and Sutton broke at the right time to get across, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game here. We're back to evens at 2 apiece. Here in the bottom of the third, there should be 2 down, if I remember right. Or am I off on that?
Yeah, there's 2 down.
Okay.
But Nedlin will be credited with an RBI.
Yes. 2 down, guys. Guys, 2 down. And a fly ball that is going to be caught for out number 3. Well, the Bandits come through here in rather big order, picking up 2 runs here. Those 2 runs on a couple of hits, and they'll leave nobody on base. We'll come back with more. Our thanks to J&R Surplus. We thank them out of DeSoto. Remember, they are open, let's see, what are they open on? Thursday through Sunday. We've got to remember that. And Nordic Lanes, open bowling. And, of course, the bowling season coming up very soon. Well, we got a lot of ball game left here yet tonight, folks. We're in the top of the 3rd. Come on down and watch the game. It's a great night.
Well, starting things off for Viroqua is going to be Jackson Hoyam swinging on the first pitch for strike 1. Right behind Hoyam in the order is Cooper Gelhaus and Kevin Landowski. It's the 5, 6, 7 part of the order. Little chin music. 1-1. That's going to be right up next to it for a 2-1 count. Hoyam hit a 2 RBI single in the first to put Viroqua on the board. This is going to be a high fly ball down to Gavin Larson for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Cooper Gelhaus.
Well, again, thanks to all those sponsors. And, boy, what a crowd we have here tonight, Carl. I tell you what, there's a lot of folks enjoying this terrific ball game, and they're getting the show, aren't they, with 2-2 score here?
Yes, they are. First pitch was a little low, but a called strike. He was able to check his swing on that one. It's 1-1.
Oh, they went back to the first base umpire, and he said he went. That's Brandon Mickelson down at first. Kevin Haas behind the plate here. I think they say House. Kevin House, excuse me, behind the plate. Little German name in there.
That's going to miss the outside corner. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch from Brigham swung on. That's only 2 there. Everybody go back to where you're supposed to be.
He's all, Raythel's all pumped up. Thanks to O'Reilly Auto Parts helping us out today. That's Bill Klemick, and, of course, the store right here in Viroqua.
Well, Kevin Landowski hit a low ball 1. Now there's 2 outs.
This has got to be such a great feeling for the kids playing ball to have this kind of crowd here. Something that they'll remember, all their life.
Yeah, and this is the implication of this game is to go to state or stay home next weekend.
Exactly, yes.
And Viroqua, I don't know how many years in a row Viroqua has been at the state tournament. But they've won it the last 3.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's got to be 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
Do you think?
Well, it could be easily.
It's got to be. We'll check with our experts to our left here in between innings here, okay?
Yes, the Lewison twins. I don't think they're twins, but they could be. Well, Landowski will head on down to first base with a walk and bring up Connor Matheson. Matheson 1 for 1 with a single in the second inning. Oh, in the dirt. Raythel able to keep it out in front of him.
Thanks to thanks to Chet Melcher, Proline Printing, helping us out here on Main Street.
Count is 1-1 to Matheson with a runner on first, 2 outs. The tie ball game score is 2-2. Runner goes. The throwdown from Raythel is airmailed into center field.
Uh-oh.
And that run will score.
Oh, yeah.
And Viroqua takes the lead for the second time so far in this ball game.
As soon as that ball left the hand, you could see the trajectory was going to be a little too much. And then it took the wicked bounce out there on Nedlin, who is a very sure-handed center fielder.
So that will go down in the error book.
A two-base error.
And an unearned run. 3-1 the count to Matheson. The pitch from Brigham swung on to bring the count to full. It's Matheson, Weston, Olson if we get that far. And this is going to be a shot right to the first baseman, Cale Griffin, for the unassisted play at first. So 1 run comes across the board on no hits, no one left on base. The score is 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we will see the shortstop, Bo Milutinovic, when we return.
Thanks again to those sponsors as we come back for the bottom half of the 4th inning. Organic Valley, Lafarge, and Cashton helping us out. And Nick Brigham, Peck's Corner out there on County D outside of Cashton as well. Starting things off here, Bo Milutinovic will step in. It's the 3-4-5 part of the order for the Bandits of Westby Coon Valley, trailing 3-2. The first offering from Landowski is in there for a called strike. Second pitch is downstairs. Clayton Weston kind of looking away on that one, going, this could hurt, as it nearly bounced into his glove. Here's a comebacker right to the mitt of Landowski, and he will make the quick toss for out number 1. 1-3 on the putout. And here comes Bodie Dempsey. I think this might be the only game that Dempsey has been the DH in this tournament action. I think we started this back on Thursday. Here we are into Monday evening. But we thank Mother Nature for that and some much-needed rain. Called strike to even the count at 1 apiece. That was a, how do you say that? A gully washer or something like that that we got hit with on Saturday.
Yeah, it was. We got I think it was right around an inch, but it all came at once.
It did, very much. Big swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2. Thanks to Rudy's Bar and Hotel down there in Genoa, overlooking the mighty Mississippi. It went down after that one, and it is going to be out of play. They finally get the ball back, and I don't know if they're going to throw that one away. Looks like they might. Might have got scuffed up a little bit. 2-2 again. Down low. Dempsey walked his last at bat and then got picked off at second base after the ball got away from Kowalczyk on a pickoff play. There's a second walk of the night for him. But then Kowalczyk threw a BB to Griffin Olsen and got him at second base. 1 on, 1 down. And Cale Griffin, the first baseman. Been really busy tonight over there at first base with a lot of unassisted plays. The hot corner at third base, Sutton has been doing a terrific job for the Bandits as well. And you can say the same for this squad of 138ers. There's a nice running grab by Gelhaus. Boy, timed that perfectly, slid in on one knee, and made the grab for out number 2. Dempsey at first. We'll see if he decides to take off or not. There's a called strike. Larson in left field in this championship game. Thanks to Rural Mutual Insurance, the Kevin Blusky agency here in Viroqua. There goes the runner in Dempsey, and he'll be safe.
You don't see any of those hidden ball tricks like you used to back in like the 80s and 90s.
Not too often. I think the coaches are a little more on top of that. High chopper. Olsen, a quick throw and a nice scoop by Kowalczyk to end the inning. No runs on no hits. One runner left on base here for the Bandits off from the walk. That is Dempsey. And we'll stay at 3-2 your score moving into the top of the 5th inning. Our thanks once again to Scenic Bluffs Community Health Centers, the corporate office located in Cashton, and the family, the Sealand family, Sealand's Carpetland in Coon Valley. Tim welcoming all of you in. See what he has in store. Back with more in a moment. Back we come. Our thanks going out to Snowflake Ski and Golf, bringing you today's action, and of course throughout the whole weekend, as well as Kelly Olson and Street Smarts Driving School. We appreciate Kelly's support of this tournament. And on the south side of Viroqua here, Mark and Sean, it's Swenson Doors delivering the goods here with our baseball.
Well, the catcher Clayton Weston's going to start things off with a called strike one. It's the 9-1-2 part of the order. Griffin Olson and Miles Fry to follow. That's going to miss inside. 1-1. Yeah, there's not too many empty seats here at the Park Bowl.
They're
He's
getting their
gonna
money's
pull one.
worth. Oh, nice grab there by Blake Sutton. Tremendous catch.
Shortstop, Griffin. Wilson.
Olson 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Popped up to center field in the second inning.
And this is where he's a very dangerous hitter.
Here's the windup and the pitch from Brigham. Swung on to right field. Bendel coming in to make the grab. Almost overran it.
Well, they always say those are the tough ones coming right at you, and that's what happened there.
He was able to pump the brakes and get stopped just in time.
Yep.
So Miles Fry also is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. With 2 outs. Nobody on. Viroqua leads by a score of 3-2.
Thirsty Turtle, that is Cheryl and Mary down there in Stoddard helping us out. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast there at the Thirsty Turtle. And Thrive Wellness, Dr. Martin Midas in Cashton, reminding you to stop in, and life is a whole lot better when you're adjusted. That's Thrive Wellness. And T's Auto Sales and Service on the south side of Stoddard. Stop in for all your vehicle work. Well, Carl, again, state tournament time coming up. You're going to be traveling to DeForest, and you'll cover the Lady 138ers for us. That'll be an interesting, fun time, the first year ever.
Yeah, it should be fun. We're going to run into a couple of really good teams down there. But, there's some competition to be had. I don't want to call them out too early, but it'll be fun either way.
It's going to be a great experience. You get a chance to play in a neat venue.
Oh, that's going to catch the way outside. Actually, it caught the inside corner of the batter's box for strike one.
It looked like it.
We have a little bit of a skewed angle here. I can't give Mr. House too much credit, or too much crap, I should say. And that's going to hit the gap.
Wow.
They're going to hold Fry up at third and give Kowalczyk a single. Put a runner on scoring position with 2 outs.
Tyler. Quackenbush.
Down there at third. Fry, as Carl said, yes, it's going to be now a tough position here. They already lead 3-2 over the Bandits. The 138ers with 2 down, pushing for more.
Well, I don't want to jinx Tyler, but he has had 2 of the biggest clutch hits of all year in this tournament series.
Yep.
And he's going to pull this one way foul. 0-1 the count. And Kowalczyk's going to head on down to second. Well, the count is 1-1. 2 outs, runners on second and third, and Quackenbush is going to pull this one just a little bit too far to the right, to be fair.
He jumped on it right away.
And Bendel is definitely moved over from his previous playing spot in right field. He's playing a little bit closer to the line, and that one's going to hit him. That should be a dead ball, shouldn't it?
Well, I think it went between his legs.
Oh,
And
wow.
wow, look at that.
and due to some throwing errors, we're going to have 2 runs come across the board for Viroqua.
Now a timeout here by Coach John Hamilton. And we'll take a timeout as well as he comes out to the mound and brings his defense in real quick.
Well, coming back, the count is 2-2. And that was a quick one. So, strike 3 on Quackenbush to end the inning, but not before 2 runs come across the board. 1 hit. No one left on base. So now the score is 5-2 Viroqua as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Lucas Bendel when we return.
As we come back, Lucas Bendel will step into the batter's box to face Kevin Lendowski. Bendel has got what, a couple of hits tonight, or just the one? It's only his 2nd time up, huh? Wow. Here's a ground ball. It's going to have to be quick, and they got him. My goodness.
Just the speed and the arm strength from Griffin Olsen.
Yeah, that's really it. He is just so quick. That's going to bring up Ben Ratho now. Well, the Bandits here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Still within striking distance of the 138ers, but you dare not give them any more runs because they will take full advantage of that. That ball lifted foul to the right. Count is 1-1. There's a strike. Tractor Central helping us out, your John Deere dealer. Ball gets away, hustling down. Here comes the throw, and they got it. Preserving the strikeout. And again, a good job there by Clayton Weston hustling.
Third baseman, Blake Sutton.
2 away. Here is Blake Sutton, who smacked a double in his previous at-bat. Pretty good swing right there.
No, that was a triple.
Oh, a triple, that's right.
That was that one out to right field.
Yes, he really legged it out, didn't he? I guess in my mind, double, that's where I would have, if I could run. So that was excellent speed on his part. He was flying, you're right.
I might have had to have slid into first.
That ball hit foul.
Ooh. 2 cars.
Oh, no. I did move mine, by the way. In between games, I saw a couple of openings. I went, that's where I'm going. Ground ball right back up the middle for a base hit.
Center fielder, Devin Nedlin.
Here's Devin Nedlin now, the top of the order. Bandits down by 3 with two away. Thanks to Vernon Electric and Richland Electric, your Touchstone Energy co-ops. And Vernon Communications, where you're watching on Channel 14. This really entertaining championship ball game. Not quite as crisp of a ball game as one would like to see, but it is entertaining. Two and 0. Paul lifted out towards left field. Gelhaus is there to make the grab as he goes out of the screen. Well, no runs on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. Our thanks going out to Vernon Acres and Vernon Manor under the watchful eye of Amanda Huff. We'll come back with more here in a moment's time. As we come back, our thanks going out to the VFW of Viroqua. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast. As, boy, we have got a good one here, just like they have great Friday night fish. And Viroqua Hills Golf helping us out. Stop out there on the south side of Viroqua. Well, Carl, here we go again.
Well, we've got Jackson Hoyam to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single so far in this game with 2 RBIs. 1-1 the count. That one's not going to drop in quite quick enough for ball 2. Well, I know he's watching. I'll have to say a happy birthday to Shannon Broker. 29 has never looked so good.
There you go.
And that is ball 4, so we've got a runner on in Jackson Hoyam. And that'll bring up Cooper Gelhaus with Kevin Landowski on deck. Viroqua leads by a score of 5-2. There's a runner on. The bunt laid right down towards first base. They'll get the out as the sacrifice, but it'll move Jackson Hoyam on down to second base.
Well, he did his job, and it was a very nice bunt there.
Well, the pitcher, Kevin Landowski, reached first base on a walk. He's 0 for 1 on this game, doing a good job from the mound for Viroqua. One out, runner in scoring position. That's going to catch the outside corner for strike 1. Following Landowski is Connor Matheson and Clayton Weston. Brigham checks the runner at second. Throws an inside pitch that's fouled back for strike 2. And he'll foul that one back again, staying alive. 0-2.
This is always kind of the interesting part because it's who's going to win this little battle right now.
That's going to be a little chopper right back to Brigham. And he'll make the toss over to Cale Griffin for out number 2.
Tell you what, that was such a quick comebacker. It actually held the runner at second base because he had full view of it, and so did Cale Griffin.
Well, we'll see what Connor Matheson can do from center field with 2 outs and a runner on second. Matheson is 1 for 2 on the day with a single back in the second inning. He's going to pop that one up foul for strike 1. And he's going to pull that one just a little foul. I think we're at strike 2 3/4.
Well, the Westby Co-op Credit Union helping us out today. We appreciate their terrific support and wish all the best to Kevin Hauser on his retirement.
Be a high, fast one for ball 1.
And the great ladies and gentlemen at the Westby American Legion helping us out today.
And just like that, the count is even at 2 apiece. Brigham and Matheson battling away with a shot to center. That's going to hit. And Jackson Hoyam will round third and score standing up. And that's a 2-base single for Connor Matheson with an RBI. And now the score is 6-2, and the catcher, Clayton Weston, is coming up to bat.
That's one of those where you get that kind of hit, and that might be that nail, as they say, that kind of ends the ball game for you, even though you still got a couple of innings to go.
Yeah, Westby's got 2 more at bats. And it's never, you can't ever count either one of these teams out.
No, that's for sure. We've seen some wild games and some crazy things happen.
Weston will swing on that first pitch for strike 1. Pitch from Brigham is going to be a dead ball. No,
He must have just spun out
I
of
don't
the way.
know how he didn't get hit. Well, 1-1.
I thought that skimmed the tailbone.
Oh, the quick turnaround will send Matheson back on down to second base. Rathel sitting up on the outside corner of the home plate. And Weston will follow that back for strike two. 1-2 the count with two away and a runner on second. Top of the order, knocking on the door with Griffin Olson. Brigham checks runner at second. And the throw, it's going to be bobbled by Bo Milutinovic. So that'll go down as an E6. Put Weston on first and move Matheson 90 feet away from scoring position at third. So runners on the corners with your leadoff batter and two outs.
Well, a hit here will really put the crunch on.
Well, this game, Griffin is 1 for 3 with a single. You'll see a low ball one.
And he's hit the ball hard.
Yeah, he's put the bat on the ball for sure. It's just been two of them were very misplaced right at the Westby defenders. And he's going to swing on that low one for strike one. That is a high fly ball. Sutton coming in from third to make the grab. And out number 3. So one run will come across the board on one hit. 2 left on base. The score is now 6-2 as we head to the bottom of 6. And the number 2 batter, Connor Putzler, when we return.
Thanks going out to the Westby Co-op Creamery, bringing you today's action. And, of course, Shane Nottestead and Zip Stop with his 7 convenient locations. Here's a ground ball and a nice play by the third baseman in Hoyam. And the throw is on target to get the out. I tell you what, that was a tough play there. Hoyam coming up big on the throw. He couldn't waste any time with the speedy Butzler going down the line. Now stepping in is Bo Milutinovic here in the the bottom of the 6th. certainly hope that everyone has enjoyed watching tonight's broadcast and throughout the weekend. My sincere thanks going out to Chuck Rasmussen for being here for many of the games. And for you, Carl, for kind of on-call kind of guy. I like that. I appreciate that a ton.
Not a problem.
We knew that Chuck had a family engagement that was coming up here tonight, and we talked a little bit about it. And I was like, well, we'll be okay. I'll give Carl a call. 2-2 the count now. Ground ball, third base, good pick, and another good throw. Jackson Hoyam solid over there at third base. Here's Bodie Dempsey now with 2 walks tonight. Let's see what he can come up with here. A fastball, wow.
Maybe just a little high.
Yeah, that had a little pop to it here. Sitting on 71 pitches, that's a pop-up that is out to left field here, excuse me. And the catch is made to end the inning. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on. We're going to move to the 7th inning. And the Westby Coon Valley Bandits looking to try and shut down the 138ers. Well, here we go with the top of the 7th inning, and it's going to be for the 138ers. They're going to see if they can get some insurance runs.
Yeah, right now they lead by a score of 6-2 with Miles Fry in the batter's box. He's going to hit a shot over to Sutton at third, and the throw is going to pull Griffin off the bag. So that will probably go down as an E5.
Yes, yeah. Even though that was an outstanding snag there by Sutton, he has played a tremendous third base throughout the tournament. Jackson Hoyam, same. It's really fun to watch these third basemen when they're on. Look out.
Yeah, these are, these 18 guys that are on the field right now, and even the guys in the dugouts are probably some of the best in the state.
Yep.
And we will see Casey Kwalchek come into the batter's box. He's followed by Tyler Quackenbush and Jackson Hoyam. Started the inning out with the 2-3-4 part of the batting order. So nobody on, or one on, and he goes. The throw over to Griffin was good, but Speedy Gonzalez took off, had a great jump on the ball, and has made his way down to second.
Boy, did he ever.
They did. Brigham almost didn't throw it because he turned to throw, and Miles was already passing him.
Yep.
So great heads-up base running. That's what's gotten the 138ers a few, and this throw is going to get out. Oh, nope. He thought about it.
He did. I would say that the 138ers probably have 3 runs based on hustle tonight.
Yes, and just heads-up base running, knowing where the ball's at.
some poor throws by the Bandits, and they capitalized and picked up those runs to make some things happen. Timeout here as Ratho comes out to talk to his teammate, also classmate here. Sitting at 102 pitches, so he's not going to have too much left here.
Rathel going to be a senior? Or is he
No, he'll be a junior.
Be a junior.
Same grade as my grandson, and there's going to be that's a good bunch for Westby coming up. You've got Ratho and Brigham and Nedlin and Larson.
Now they'll have a pretty solid team.
Yeah.
That's going to be fouled up and over first base dugout.
And then you think back about for next year, I mean, you'll have Butzler, the two Butzler boys will be back. Let's see, Sutton, I think he'll be back. Yeah, Sutton will be back. Larson will be back. They got a good bunch.
For Viroqua, of the 9 guys playing in this game, only 3 of them will be back next year.
Is that right? Wow.
But we've got some talented kids that aren't on the field right now that are going to be coming up. 3-1 the count to Kowalczyk. He's going to swing on that high fastball to load the count up at full. Full count, runner on second, nobody out. Pitch from Brigham is going to be low, ball 4. So 2 ducks on the pond, as Pete Walby would say.
And we'll have that pitching change now as looks like Callan Rudai will come out to pitch.
Well, after the pitching change, Westby has brought on Kalen Rudai to finish up the last part of the 7th inning. I shouldn't say last part. We still have 3 outs to go yet. That's going to be fouled back above the cement bleachers down here at the Park Bowl.
Callan is another one of those sophomores going to be juniors with that class of my grandson. So ton of kids there.
That's going to stay outside, even the count up at 1 apiece. In the batter's box is Tyler Quackenbush. He is 0 for 3 on this game tonight. He's going to foul that one down the first baseline for strike 2. And he'll watch strike 3 come across the plate for out number 1.
Third baseman, Jackson Hoyam.
So Jackson Hoyam is 1 for 3 with a walk, or 1 for 2 with a walk, I should say. 2 RBIs. 1 out, runners on first and second. Runners go. No throwdown from Rathel. So both runners advance. Fry to third and Kowalczyk to second. Now runners, 2 runners now in scoring position.
I was watching Miles, and he just took a couple steps and then a couple more, and I thought, he's going to go.
And Hoyam's going to foul this one out of play. No, yep. Cale Griffin thinking about it as he got to the fence. He wasn't sure where it was going to be. So 0-2 the count to Hoyam. 1 out. Viroqua does lead by a score of 6-2. Rathel sets up outside. High brings the count to 2-2.
Well, you can join us at the state tournament. We'll have all the tournament games on, beginning on Friday.
And that's going to get by Griffin. I don't think that would go down as an error. It was a hard hit ball.
Well,
Just took a bad hop.
They put it down as an error already on that, on the guys to our left here. That was a hard shot. My goodness.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be nice. I'm gonna give him so 4 RBIs on the night for Jackson Hoyam. And 1 out, runner on first. This is Cooper Gelhaus. Gelhaus 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Gonna swing on that fastball. Even the count up at 1 apiece. Rudy shakes off a couple pitches. This is going to be, it's going to cross the line foul. 1-2. Lindowski on deck. Count is 1-2 to Gelhaus. Now 2-2. And he'll swing on that high fastball for strike 3. And out number 2.
Quick timeout as Rathel will run out and talk to Callan Rudai once again, who's in for relief of Beckett Brigham. Looks like they're ready to go now.
Lindowski hits a shot to center field. But Devin Nedlin coming in to make the grab. A couple of insurance runs come through for the 138ers. 2 runs come across the board on 1 hit, I'm going to say, and an error. 1 left on base. So the score is 8-2, and Westby has the hammer. They're going to be bringing Cale Griffin to see what he can do to lead off the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Well, here we go with the Bandits and their last shot here at the state tournament run. The 138ers sitting in good position right now with that 9-2 lead. Make it 8-2, excuse me. This is Aiden Teach stepping in to pinch hit. There's a strike. He's down 1-2 now in the count. Coach Hamilton sending out some of the guys that have been here all weekend. Take a shot at batting here. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. That will end Aiden's at-bat. And there's one down.
Now batting for Westby, number 4, Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson steps in. Takes a strike. A little bit high and tight, and it's 1-1. There's a strike moving across home plate. And hanging in there was Johnson with the foul ball. That slides out of the zone, and we got a full count. And that'll be a walk.
Now batting for Westby, number 20, Drew Butzler.
Drew Butzler. This is the younger brother of Connors. He'll be a sophomore at Cashton. Called strike. Landowski at 83 pitches. That's fouled back. Butzler in the hole, 0-2 now. Ground ball. Could be 2. There's one. The relay, and that'll do it. The 138ers on their way back to the state tournament to defend their title that they've won for 2 years in a row. Well, congratulations going out to them as they come across here. The teams will shake hands. And I tell you what, Carl, we saw some pretty good baseball here. And when you stop and think about it, it was kind of a tale of two teams. We'll talk about that in just a moment as finalizing some of our stats. We'll be right back with that recap after this. We return here to the Park Bowl where we have a celebration going on, of course, with the Viroqua 138ers as they come away with the victory here in the championship game. But, Carl, as we take a look before we talk about the recap of this game, in the 5 o'clock game, it's kind of a tale of two halves here because Westby Coon Valley came out and they kind of forced the action with a couple of runs in the first inning, top of the first, 4 more in the top of the second. Uncharacteristic errors going on by the 138ers, and Westby wound up cruising to a victory there. And I'm trying to remember what the score was even.
9-1.
9-1. And then you turn things around, and here's what happened. It was the kind of the reverse here in this championship game as Viroqua jumped out to a 2-0 lead as the away team.
Yes, it was, and once they get into their own mind, and one of the things I think that Viroqua has an advantage over other teams is just the sheer amount of games that they play every summer, and it gives these guys that feeling of working from a disadvantage. Sometimes it comes, they rally around, are able to pull it through. A lot of errors. I think Westby had a total of 5 errors on the board.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
So, and Viroqua had that many in the 5 o'clock game.
Yes.
It's just little things like that, leaving guys on base. For Westby, Blake Sutton was 2 for 2 with an RBI. He had a single and a triple. And Lucas Bendel was 1 for 2. Coming across home plate once. Viroqua, on the other hand, had Connor Matheson 2 for 3 with an RBI. Miles Fry and Griffin Olson each 1 for 4, but there was some other stuff going on with some errors that put some guys on base. And Jackson Hoyam kind of coming up big, 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. So half the runs Viroqua scored were thanks to the third baseman, who also did a great job at third base.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, his defense was phenomenal, just as was Blake Sutton's for the Bandits. Those two guys put on a great show on how to play third base for the younger teams, the younger kids. So, well, there you have it. An 8-2 victory for the 138ers over the Westby Coon Valley Bandits. And hats off to those Bandits. I tell you what, they played their hearts out. They gave everybody their money's worth, and they played like there was no tomorrow up until this game, and then those errors kind of came back and got them. But they were part of a 12-inning ball game that was took 2 days. It's things like this, that experience that's going to build for them for down the road, because they do have a relatively young bunch out there, and we can see some good things coming for them as well. So more fun baseball here in the next few years. That's not going away, is it, Carl?
No, this rivalry will maintain for years to come.
This will stay, and we'll see a lot more. And speaking of seeing a lot more, we'll see a lot more baseball action come this weekend, starting on Friday, as the 138ers will be traveling to Prairie du Chien. Join Chuck Rasmussen and myself as we put the games on Channel 14 and on Twitch. And, Carl, we wish you and the Lady 138ers the best of luck, as you will follow them and do a tape-delayed broadcast for Western Wisconsin Video Productions down there at DeForest.
Yeah.
Should be a great time. Folks, there you have it. That is it. The 138ers coming out in front here. They look to go back to Prairie du Chien to defend their title. For Carl Zuby, I'm Ken Manning saying we'll see you real soon down on the island at Prairie du Chien. The State Legion Class A baseball tournament begins on Friday. We'll see you then. Have a great week, everyone.